All right. Welcome to the new moon in Leo, or if you're watching this within the weekly read, it is Wednesday. So yeah, I didn't, normally I do a better job of like researching this moon. Um, I didn't this time. Um, but just in looking at the week read for this week, it just looks like you know, there's some we're still uncovering some things and discovering things and learning things and new truths and actual truths and that sort of thing. Um, the overall words for this month, or for this new moon, sorry, in Leo, is that it's a little bit of like destiny is calling, right? So it's time for us to start um, taking action. So we've kind of been sitting back and observing and working our magic and taking, raising our frequency and our vibration. Um, and those efforts are going to start to pay off with this new moon in Leo. The big thing is that the word shine was in there in the descriptions. It's time to shine, which was funny because that was the read from last week, right? So last week, though, in that read, we were putting things back together and kind of just taking stock of where we were at and what was going on and being reflective and seeing the big picture. Um, but now, yeah, it's destiny is calling and action is it's time to take our action and shine. The other thing I heard about this moon too is that it's going to, I don't want to say speed things up, but things could move and shift very quickly. So again, being really clear with our intentions, our desires, our, what we want to manifest and that kind of thing. So as always with any new moon, it's just a good time to bring in the new, but make sure that you've contained your list. You're keeping it together. All right, let's take a look before we get into the three moon cards. Uh, what the I'm just using the energy oracle here, seven sacred energies. I just feel like there's one card we need to kind of kick us off and tell us what this moon is all about. We got the oracle's gift. So again, you know, I feel like a broken record, but um, our gifts and our ability to see is really coming to fruition, right? And it's time to work our magic and use our magic and be our magic. So, definitely the theme of this moon, right? Is it's time to shine again. All right. So, let's do three of the moonology cards here like we always do for the moons and see what we're looking at with this moon. Um, and yeah, hopefully I will have a meditation attached to this if you're just watching the reading. Probably will just be a really nice and simple new moon one. Interesting. Sorry, I dropped one card on the floor. Okay, it's funny. So the first one we got is um, is the full moon in Leo. So not a new moon, but the full moon. Don't let pride get in your way. It's interesting because I think was it on Tuesday in the weekly read. Um, it was about impasse, and it was a lot about getting in our own way. So just make sure you're not getting in your own way, um, because here's the thing: is that believe in the impossible. Blue moon, ooh, and it's once in a blue moon at the end of the month. So yeah, I would say this is really asking us right now, we've got to be clear with our, what did I say, with our desires and intentions because things are going to shift and manifest quickly from now until the end of the month, which is The blue moon, I think, is on the 30th or 31st. It's right at the end of the month. So this 2-week period coming up here is believe in the impossible, because here's the good part. A win-win outcome is forecast. And again, we had a reference to being in balance, right? This is the full moon in Libra. So awesome. It's awesome that we pulled this card, because this is completely saying to us, you've got 2 weeks, 2 weeks to really start feeling and using and showing your gifts and your magic. Make sure you're intending positively and good as often as you can, because things are going to move quickly and shift quickly. And yeah, it's just be prepared, right? Uh, all right, let's see here. At the Hidden Realms. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, it's so funny, right? Every time we get. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I've ever had this card, the Ice Queen. It says ideas preserved. It says non-action, which is very interesting, and entitlement. What do I want to say about that? Ideas preserved. That's I'm gonna leave that one for a second. I might need to pull some clarification on that. Let's read the other two, and then. So we also got the High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, and consideration. We also got the Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. Okay, what do I want to say about this? You know what, I'm going to draw one more card on from this deck to just clarify a little bit about the Ice Queen card. And the Shadow Queen and the Ice Queen. Acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm getting like the same information I got in the weekly read, which is just, and it goes back to that first card too about, standing in our own way, or don't let pride get in your way. It's not so much about pride. I really feel like we are just like so not believing in ourselves at all. We've acquired all this knowledge and the wisdom, and it's all there, but we're super insecure about shining that light, which is crazy, because the purpose of this moon is that we have to start shining this light. So yeah, I guess honestly, just approach it from a state of love and compassion this moon, particularly for yourself, and again, keep our eyes on the bigger picture. And I think that's kind of like what I want to say with the Ice Queen, is that it's also about, you know, you've probably done this work and had these ideas of what it's going to look like, or what you want things to manifest to look like. They don't always show up the way that we envision them. So, yeah, it's not just about these ideas being frozen or preserved. It's like, I feel like it's really time for us to to present those. So, um, just because like the owl is in the card, right? The wisdom, it's all there. It's like we've frozen it in um, our disbelief of ourselves. So it's really important this moon that you are, you know, you're not sitting in a place of, well, who am I to do this? I'm nothing. I don't have magic. We all know that's not true, right? And so this reading too fits in. Monday and Tuesday were really not easy days, and I'm doing this moon reading for Wednesday now, but I've finished the rest of the week already, and as we move forward to the end of the week, um, things, get lighter and easier. I think right now a lot of us are just struggling because the other thing with the ice is like it's frozen. Like we kind of feel like we're frozen, like nothing's really happening. There's no forward movement. Like we've talked about New Earth and what's going to happen, but it just feels like the process hasn't materialized. But here's the thing is like that's what's shifting with this moon, right? And I said like things are going to move quickly. So this reading is for the Wednesday and the moon. Um, but looking at what I've recorded already for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is it's a quick, like, it's a very different shift of energy on Thursday. Like things move ahead very quickly. So, yeah, again, being really um, uh, clear, being clear on our desires, intentions, lots of love and compassion for yourself, for others. Um, let's look at 3 advice cards here. I know that's kind of a weird moon reading. Sometimes I always think people view this and they don't really subscribe to the channel, or they must just be like, this girl is off her rocker. uh, she's not doing it. Okay, here's the advice cards. Okay, the first one is take a reality check. Interesting. This really, I think, is just speaking to on that moon, like if you're doing ceremony or whatever. Again, being clear with our desires and our intentions is making sure that, like, that you're being realistic in your expectations too, right? Like, I would love if we just woke up tomorrow and knew the new Earth overlay was in, and I got a unicorn, and I got to just never work again, never pay taxes, walk with my dog all day, just hanging out in nature, and that was my life. Um, Unfortunately, it's not going to be like sunshines and rainbows by tomorrow or by Friday or by even next year or 10 years from now. We're not sure. Like, time is not linear. So we don't know. We don't know. We feel that a lot is shifting and changing. So just kind of make sure you're not over um I don't want to say overthinking it, but that you're just not putting so much into it that when nothing apparently happens, that you get you get upset and stop doing the work. We also got the full moon in Sagittarius, which is see the bigger picture. We've been like the spirit has been harping on us for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now to step back, reality check. What's what's really going on, which is interesting because the Monday, Tuesday portion of this was a lot about more things, more truths coming out, the smoke and the mirrors. It's like stepping back and seeing, we have to see what's real. And so as some of this stuff comes up, uh, the truth and reality, the reality of things could be a little harsh and a little sobering for some of us. So just be easy with yourself. Approach everything during this moon with love and compassion, but definitely be putting your intentions and desires, making sure, you know, making sure everything's aligned with what you really want. Because if things do shift and change fast, we're going to be called on to shine our light, and it might be happening imminently, right? We just don't know, but it's good to be prepared and in a beautiful, harmonious spot with yourself. Um, and then the very last is just know you are loved. It, at any moment, and that goes back to that card, right? Is the Eagle King, right? The bigger picture, again, the bigger picture in 2 cards now. See the bigger picture, but call on the angelics for help. And you are loved and very well taken care of, and things are going to be okay, and everybody is going to be fine. So if nothing else, pause, stop, take a breath, relax, and know that you are loved. All right, that's the moon reading. If you're watching this in the weekly read, Thursday's up next. If you're watching this the night of the moon, there is a meditation attached. So I will make sure it's one on keeping us ready to shine. Beginning, as we always do, finding yourself in a comfortable position, closing your eyes, slowing your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth 3 times. Imagine you are walking along a vast cliff overlooking the ocean. It is night, and it is the night of a new moon. So its absence in the sky allows us to see millions of stars above. Laying back in the grass, you take in the view of a dark and star-lit sky. Breathe and rest. As it is the Perseid meteor shower, many shooting stars now are streaking across the sky. Suddenly, a rather large meteor streaks across. It is big enough that its tail is a brilliant green color. This sure moment of awe you feel into your heart. Here, make a wish. This wish is for you. What is something new you want to bring into your life? What is your heart's desire? Breathe and make your wish. Wish with all your heart. Sitting up on the grass, you realize your body is feeling light and airy. We now begin to float just above the ground, floating higher up into the sky, into the darkness and silence of space. Coming into view is the moon, and we land gently on its rocky surface. Sitting down, we turn our attention back to Earth, basking in the beauty of this blue-green beauty that we call home. The meteor shower continues around the Earth. Again, a larger meteor streaks across space. This time, we make a wish for Earth. What do you envision for new Earth? What would you like to see happen for Earth? Breathe and declare that wish. Wish with all your soul. Standing once again and feeling light and airy, we continue to float up, this time further into space. A colorful nebula appears, and we softly land upon it, lying down and taking in the view of the universe, all the planets, cosmos, and stars. You can see the meteor shower continues around Earth in the distance. And again, a single large meteor illuminates in a bright green hue, catching your attention. We make a wish now for the universe. What new information about our world do we wish to know? Is there something you've always wondered about the questions surrounding why we are here? Breathe and declare your intentions to access the answers. Wish for the information you seek with all your energy. Floating back now to Earth, in all her beauty comes into view. See the pristine blue ocean, the vibrant green lands, the bright white of the ice caps at the poles. As we descend into Earth, feel the love and comfort of our beautiful home, our beautiful living and breathing Mother Earth. Gently touching down on the grass, bring your hands to heart center and say a deep prayer of gratitude to be alive and present on this magical earth and to be here now as a part of this amazing change for Gaia and us all. Breathe and rest. Glancing up again at the night sky, again the absence of light from this new moon. This new moon is in the sign of Leo and encourages us to be clear in our intentions and desires, as manifestation is moving very quickly at this time. This new moon reminds us that our destiny is calling. All the effort previously put forth is about to pay off. All your dreams, desires, and wishes are about to unfold before you. It is time for us to be ready to take action and make our dreams come true. Breathe and believe. Continuing now just to enjoy this moment of peace and silence. And then ever so slowly, returning your focus into your body, into your space of meditation, feeling grounded and connected to Gaia at root chakra, feeling safe and secure in her arms, yet knowing and remaining connected to Father Source through our crown chakra, knowing that we are one with it all. And then merging those two energetic points to heart center. There, the white lotus is illuminated and blooms in the white gold Christ consciousness. Continue to breathe and allow this blooming, this illuminating, this ascension. And then once again, breathing in through the nose and out through our mouth 3 times. And then again, once feeling grounded and secure and back in fully to your body and this present moment, you may open your eyes.